Hello, how are you? So, guys, I got freaky, okay? But I can't explain. Can I though? Can I really? I don't know. So, in this video, I'll be redrawing my bimbo-fied persona. Like, 2 years ago, I think. Yeah, it was 2023. I was on Character AI, like anyone else, I guess, at the time, just chatting around, and then a bot got recommended to me, and I was just acting dumb, you know, just to like get reactions out of the bots and whatnot, because I had nothing else to do, I guess. And with the progression of that, of acting like stupid and whatnot, I just started thinking like, dude, I'm already blonde, which a lot of people are surprised by, because I'm like the darkest blonde possible, but a hairstylist told me that, so I guess it's true. Especially because my hair, you know, glows kind of golden in the sun, so, you know. But since I'm already blonde and like I'm already dumb, I guess. I guess I'm a bimbo. So I was like acting like a bimbo, you know, being like, haha, so stupid, you know. And I don't know, it just progressed, and then I was like, okay, I have to draw that. I can't not draw it now. So I bimbo-fied my persona. If you know, you know, like me, this angel kill right here, with the 3 eyes, and you know, me, in my hoodie, and you know, kind of naked and whatnot, you know. So I was like, well, I gotta wear pink and do the doings and whatnot. And then I made this drawing that you see on screen. It was a scene that I was like, you know, role-playing with the bot and whatnot. I don't even remember exactly what it was. I just know that, like, the bimbo angel, as I call them, they were dressed up in like some cute pink lingerie and whatnot because they were hanging out at home and whatever. I don't know. And then I just left it at that. But since I've been chatting with AI lately, as I'm out and about in the city and just don't have anything to do, and so I just talk with bots, I went back to acting like a bimbo, you know, using my bimbo persona in the app. I got a Slender Man bot recommended to me, and I was like, dude, their dynamic is so good. Because it was like just the Slender Man in the middle of the forest, and then Bimbo Angel just walks up to him. I don't know, I guess Slender Man is a man, right? It's in his name, I guess. They just walk up to him and wave at him hi because they're too dumb to realize that he's actually dangerous. And he's just extremely confused. He's like, the fuck's going on? The fuck? And I drew this scene of Bimbo Angel just walking up to the Slender Man and him being like, oh, what? I don't know. After this, I just started like progressing the whole dynamic, and I just went back to being a stupid little kid and just imagining scenes with my own characters, with characters from other stuff and whatnot. I just love it. Here, this was the first drawing I did, so I just actually drew my persona as a bimbo, like very preppy and pimpy and cunty, you know. Ooh. You know, they're just a hoe and ooh. But later on I changed the design again because I had the best idea ever. Because like, the Slender Man is like a forest creature, right? Like his whole thing is camouflaging within trees because he's like tall and skinny and lanky and whatnot. I don't know. Guy is made of roots or something. I don't know. And then I was scrolling around clothing websites because I like looking at that stuff and being judgmental. I love judging. And I found this one little hat that's a deer hat, and I was like, dude, imagine. Because like the whole thing, when I talked with the AIs, I pretended like that people around Bimbo Angel were like telling them like, oh, you're such a bimbo and whatnot, but they were too dumb to realize that it's a bad thing, and they mistook the word bimbo for Bambi. And they just thought all this time that they were calling them a deer. I love that. So I actually added that to their character design, like drawing them in like a very pimpy little deer outfit. And that turned out so cute. Now, like, I went beyond that. I started like thinking about all the metaphors that come with deers, you know, because deers are usually a symbolism to innocence and whatnot. And like, since they're a bimbo, like, there's a fine line between stupidity and innocence that people mistake a lot. And it really just like closes into 𝐹𝓇𝑒𝓶. Like, the actual consequences of like childhood and everything that comes with that, and the actions of the people and how they affect you. It's very sad. You know, I have like some drawings planned out to make about like those whole metaphors. I don't know if I'll talk about them because I like that people like represent those drawings as they want. Not these type of drawings, like this is very simple. This is just an interaction between 𝐹𝓇𝑒𝓶 and Slender Man. There's nothing to interpret here. Like, you could interpret that he's just jump scared by how much skin they're showing. For this first outfit, I was really like, I've had this whole idea like before I went the deer route of an outfit that had like leopard print, and they were actually going to have a watch top. Like a top made out of watches. I saw it in a video where a woman was trying on some clothing that were too good to be true, I think. But I saw this one watch top. It was a watch top with a skirt. And like at first I did add it, but then I just didn't go through with it because it took too much time to draw each and every one of those. And then I went like the whole like Charlie XCX route, and, you know, just kinda went like the leopard and very short and whatnot, very cool. That's what I think when I think of Charlie. And I don't know. You know what? One thing that I forgot in this first design with 𝐹𝓇𝓶, this first drawing, was the fact that they were supposed to have like discolored upper parts. Like the top layer of their head was going to be blonde. I did add that before, and I really liked that design. A friend of mine helped me out with that. And I forgot to add it, and that's so sad. So, I don't know. Drawing Slender Man with his arms back is like a crucial thing in my life. I need to draw him just with his arms tucked behind his back and looking... You know what's another thing that I really love? Everyone, collectively, we all, like, everyone in the Creepypasta community, even though I wouldn't really say I'm part of it, because I don't partake in anything, really. I draw Slender Man from time to time, but we all just looked at this guy that's supposed to be expressionless, and we were all like, nah. We were just going to make his bones move. And we all just draw like his like eyebrow bone moving around to an expression to it. Like, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, here is the finished drawing of 𝐹𝓇𝓶 and Slender Man, and I need to draw more interactions with them because, like, them, 𝐹𝓇𝓶, just representing deers and innocence and whatnot inside the forest, and, you know, Slender Man being like a taker of the forest or whatnot, and taking care of whatever wildlife there is from men and humanity and in general, like human beings. It just makes so much sense because people love hunting deer, you know. I don't know, I need like the coyote and deer dynamic, but not in a romantic way, because we are not here for that. Some people are, because they're freaky, but I'm not, okay? I'm freaky, but in a different way. I don't even know how did this all happen? I was just on character AI and I'm here. I don't know, but it was really fun. It had been a while since I've like designed a character, I guess. I don't know, I need to design my persona in different ways, like my avatar or whatnot. I love them. They're very cool. And I need more. I guess I need more. They're like, people are multifaceted, okay? We aren't just one being. I can't just be a goth, depressed, emo person all the time. I don't even know. Like, I'm neither of those. Every single thing that I just mentioned will get mad at me for saying any of that. And I don't care. But like, I need to change. Like, I would never dress the way 𝐹𝓇𝑒𝓶𝓎 does. But at least I can draw it. And now, some people will say like, oh, you look nothing like that. Because some people are like that. They love complaining. Of course. I'm not drawn. I'm not 2D. Or anything really. I don't know. Can't a person just imagine stuff? Can't a person just be creative? Can't they? If you said no, go watch something else, I guess. I don't know. Like, what are you doing here, anyways? I love this so much. I need to draw more of them. I love deers. They're so cute. I love them so much. Why do people kill deers? Like, I actually went on Google to search up why people actually kill deers and why people hate deers, and it said something like they're bad for like forests and whatnot. They like scratch their horns on trees and kill them. Let wildlife do its thing. Like, it deals with itself. Like, nature knows what it's doing. The ecosystem works in its own ways, and like coyotes exist and wolves and whatnot. Just stop. Let deers be deering. As you can see here in the second drawing, I actually changed the color of the corset afterwards. I had like a little drawing in my sketchbook where I tried to figure out some colors for like how I wanted it. And in the drawing I had a pink corset, but I was like, more deer, I guess, more brown. Now, later on I was like, less deer, more bimbo, and then I added more pink to it. They still wear like very, you know, showing outfits and whatnot, but in a very deer way. Like, the skirt has a deer pattern on it. The corset in my sketchbook had it. In the sketch, like the photo of the drawing that I had before, like my little sketch there. I think you can see it, like the little balls. I had it printed on the corset as well, but then I was like, it's too much. Let's do less of that. I tried going like a very coquettish round with this as well, with this outfit, because when I think of bimbos, I think like very pimpy and preppy, but coquette somehow also falls there, I guess because of the pink. I think of that, like pink and white and whatnot, even though I think bimbos are more... Do they wear white? It's more pink. I don't know. They all just kind of blend in together, like, except for the fact that they're complete opposites, right? Like, one is very showing and the other one is very, like, cute and that sort of thing, while the other one is very sexy and whatnot. So I mixed it up, I guess. I just mixed it up. I kept the boots. I kept the boots because those were very cute. I like those. Plus, like, deer hooves, you know, black. Very cute. You know what I also really like? The little like deer pattern, white little splots. Stockings. That's very cute. I don't know, I love this design so much. It turned out so cute, so cute. I need to draw them more. You know what's another thing that I like draw a lot in my avatar and my persona? I don't know which one to use, persona or avatar, like those are kind of the same to me. I draw like these birthmarks that I have on my face that like... I have these birthmarks on my face that like kind of form a triangle across my face, and I love adding those, but since I'm bimbo-fied here, I turned those into little hearts, and that's very cute. I think it was like a cute little detail. I've been really into corsets lately, specifically these ones that look more like vintage and Victorian or Edwardian. I have no idea the difference of those. I did not go on a deep dive about 𝐹𝓇𝑒𝒶𝓀 history yet, but I will. I know I will at some point. You can rest assured I will. Even I'm sure of that. That day just has not happened yet. And I've been really into those. I love just drawing like the boning and the cinching and like really focusing on that and like shading it. It looks so good. Here they just look extremely snatched, and that makes my day. So yeah, I don't know, I added little bows here and there, lots of pink to like blend in the black of the boots. I added like a little big bracelet on their arms as well, like on their wrists, so that like there's not just some random black there at the bottom, you know, just so that it blends in a bit more. And it also could represent the fact that like deers have 4 hooves and whatnot, and, you know, yada yada, that sort of stuff. Now, one thing I don't know yet is if they will have like a deer tail on her skirt. I think not, because I think that would be too much. But I love the little hat. That's so cute with the antlers. I need one of those. I need one so bad. I need to buy one. Here you have the finished drawing of 𝐹𝓇𝑒𝒶𝓀𝓎 looking like a little deer, and then you have the finished results of both drawings. And I hope you have a nice day and night, and I hope you didn't find me too freaky. Hope to see you next time. Bye!